Welcome back to another episode of The Should Bother You with Pateka
and Sahar.
Yay!
Welcome back, lovelies.
Another week, and things have naturally been bothering us. So, what's been bothering you this week, darling?
Is the weather bothering you?
Actually, no.
Okay.
Guys, LA, it never rains. Okay? If you know, you know. We never. It's basically desert weather. Okay. For most part, honestly, it's nice. You know, we have sun most of the year. Good times. It's been raining.
Yeah, Frank Ocean lied.
What? What did Frank Ocean say?
He said, usually doesn't rain in California.
He's right though, dude. You can literally count on your hands how many times it rains per year.
It's raining.
But you can count. He didn't say it never rains in California.
Usually doesn't.
Usually, exactly.
But because of global warming, it has become...
Maybe a little bit more.
Yes.
Anyways, it's been raining, but that has not been bothering me. I've kind of been enjoying it.
It is a little nice.
I don't like going to office when it rains though. That's my only... That's my only
Yeah.
con. And I went to office yesterday and I forgot my umbrella. But it's as well.
Okay.
What's actually been bothering me this week? I actually have a list. It's not a long list.
What?
Number one, to everyone who went to the Asake ex Red Bull situation, I have never been so jealous of strangers in my life. Like, I don't know any of y'all, but I'm really struggling to be happy for you because it should have been me.
It should be me.
It really should have been me. Why wasn't I there? Oh, cause yeah. And I was really thinking about it. Like, I genuinely considered buying tickets to fly to New York just to go. But then I was like,
If you
you're being
did
kind of insane.
if you did that, I would not speak to you
Why?
because you're going without me.
Oh.
But can I just let you
But
know
you
that
do
we
know
went?
I'm kind of insane. A little bit. When it
No,
comes
okay,
to travel.
you'll be okay. You want to be? I'll be insane too, Aziz. And when you come back, you won't see me. Insanity
So
for
you
you.
go band for band.
Yeah, actually, no, because we love Asake together.
So I can't go without you.
No, I'm already allowing you to go to Burna Boy with your other friends, because I can't go. You know when I start work.
So does that mean you're going to Afro Nation next year then? Because Asake will be there too. He's a headliner.
Yeah, if I have the funds, I can go, but I can't book it now.
Okay.
Not all of us.
TBC.
Not all of us are balling at the moment.
Hey, no one said I'm bullying. I'm just a little bit whimsical with my expenditures when it comes to travel.
Actually, no, she's quite reasonable with her spending, right? So even if I have the little money I have from freelancing or whatever, and help from family, unfortunately, if I'm giving myself a nice time, I give it in shopping.
Exactly.
She gives herself a nice time through travel. So
Thank
she
you so
doesn't
much.
shop, she doesn't buy unnecessary stuff. She saves as she travels.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know my parents are watching this. So I'm gonna be like, but you heard now. You heard, guys.
I don't think
This is
Paseka
just where I
spends-
spend my money.
Auntie, uncle, I don't think she spends a lot of money. Like if you want, like I don't know, if you come live with us for like 2 weeks, you realize that the person who buys unnecessary stuff when she could actually save and buy herself proper stuff is Miss Sahar Qureshi, unfortunately. I am roasted by my father for it. My mom kind of feeds into my delusions, but yes.
We love a Lulu queen. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it at Asake. That's what's been bothering me, is the fact that I wasn't there. It happened a bit earlier, but I've been seeing all of the content and stuff this week, so that's why I was just like, And I think that goes to a larger thing as well about like the thing that's also just been bothering me as being like an African immigrant on the West Coast is that the East Coast gets everything.
Yeah.
They get everything. All the cool
I'm
events.
surprised
Like,
the East Coast gets...
nothing. Like, guys, we get nothing over here. Like, and even one of my friends, we went to, I'm not going to say who, but we went to like a performance of one of the African artists we love. And she got the opportunity to speak with them, and they literally told her that like we don't enjoy, like the African artists a lot of the time don't enjoy coming to the West Coast because the crowds here aren't like vibey, like people don't dance, people are too like you know what I mean. So you'll see a lot of the times like a lot of artists do come, but most of them they focus more on like places like New York, DMV area, Houston, Atlanta. Those places they will land. Los Angeles, oh.
I think we need to like, when we actually travel to New York in the spring, I think we need to be quite intentional, see who's playing, who's going to be
and
there.
see like how we can see more events because we don't get them. Yeah, even Kutlano was telling me, my friend Kutlano, who actually would have been our guest on the previous episode.
Yes.
So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. But she literally went to Houston to watch Rema for that reason, because Rema wasn't coming out. Like, it's not giving. So anyways, guys, all in all, that's what's been bothering me. What has been bothering you this week?
Oh my god. So we went to celebrate last night. We went to Mr. Chow's. I've been hearing Mr. Chow's from a lot of bougie people, okay? So I heard it on 90210. I heard it from another person. And then I heard it from this basically really random story. I ended up in a famous DJ model's house one time trying to like move couches. And
typical day in LA.
Typical day in LA. It was really, and we nearly crashed. I was driving like it was a whole thing. That's a story for another day.
We nearly crashed.
But he was telling us all about his ex. It was a very chaotic day. We had to get movers from Home Depot. Oh my god. Anyway, so we are driving in the car, and then he's like, "Oh, we went to Mr. Chow's." I'm like, "Oh, what's Mr. Chow's?" And he's like, "You've never been to Mr. Chow's?" And I'm like,
"Sorry,
I'm so sorry. What is Mr. Chow's?" And then now we went because I kept hearing about it. I saw it on TikTok. We went. It was so disappointing, and it was so expensive. The drinks, so we decided the drinks were good. But the food,
which is what you go to a restaurant for. Oh, wow. And here's the thing, guys. Like, we don't mind spending on good experiences. Yeah. But my issue is the experience has to be good. And I'm like, so what is everyone overhyping? Or maybe they eat... And we did eat some of the menu items because they like mark an asterisk on some of the menu items that they're more famous for. And we ordered the appetizers they're more famous for. We ordered one of the mains that are popular. Like, we tried to, order the things that they're good at. And still, I was just like...
And do you know what? It was like Chinese food. And let me tell you, I've had fantastic Chinese in the UK. And if anyone knows, like, how much a good Chinese takeaway from the UK slaps, imagine them trying to do that, but failing and making it sound fancy.
And paying, like, millions. This is why I feel like it's a very... I don't know how you feel about this. I feel like it's really hard to strike a balance between trying to be like upscale and serve authentic ethnic food.
Like for
certain restaurants can do it, but I feel like a lot of ones they miss it.
I mean, this is the thing. Mr. Chow is Chinese, I assume. So I'm just like, your food better than us. Like, you know what I mean? But the Chinese I've had just like back like in the UK and stuff has been so nice. I don't know if it's because it's like small family communities who have like their own little restaurant, like Chinese families.
But that's
who
what
have
I'm
their
trying to say about trying to balance catering to an upscale market. You know what I mean? Versus trying to just serve the food in its most authentic form. I feel like a lot of restaurants struggle to like balance those two things because maybe the most authentic form, the food's gonna look messier, it's gonna be bigger portions, it's gonna smell interesting, it's gonna, you know what I mean? And like if you're trying to be more like clean, cute portions, like, aesthetically pleasing, look good for photos, it's hard to strike.
It's like balance. Azizam, when we went to Azizam in Silver Lake. So we went to an Iranian like restaurant when like we were also celebrating something, but I didn't really like that restaurant, to be honest, that much because the portions were strange and the flavors tasted different to what I'm used to and what I've tried in different places. And in my head, I saw a lot of white people there, obviously it's Silver Lake, but I'm just like, it's kind of giving catering to, beyond Persian
who I
folks.
think did it well is Lucia. I don't know if it's pronounced Lucia. I think it's Lucia.
Fantastic.
It's like this Caribbean influenced but upscale-ish restaurants in like Fairfax area. Fantastic. Oh. Like the actual food, like your rice and peas, your oxtail, your whatever. Also. And the vibes, and it's pretty. Like, I think they did a good job. That's a very new restaurant, so I'm hoping that they will last.
I want to go again.
Yeah, we really should go again.
Now I'm hungry.
That segues us nicely into our little convo on things to consider if you want to move to LA.
So you want to move to LA?
You want to become an LA girly. You want to be an 818 girly. Well, 818's more the valley, really, not...
Hello.
And that's, that's another thing I only realized when I moved here. I thought like 818 was like the whole of Los Angeles. And when I started clocking, I was like, wait, no, this is actually just for the valley. And that's why there's like fewer people that I know who actually have numbers that start with 818 because it's only for people I feel like in Calabasas, Ventura County.
I thought 90210 was all of Los Angeles.
Oh.
as well. I thought 90210 was, I need the whole code for Los Angeles, but it turns out there's different.
As you can see, TV has affected our perceptions of the vibes in LA.
Guys, did you know before I moved to America, I thought NYU was a fake place?
Why would you think it was fake?
Because I saw it on Gossip Girl for the first time.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. So, what would you say? Because here's the thing, guys. So, Los Angeles, first of all, you've got the county of Los Angeles, and then you've got the city of Los Angeles. We're going to keep this conversation more city-ish, but whatever. Like, some regions are in the county of LA. If we mix it up, please, locals, don't fry us, okay? But I think we just wanted to have this conversation because as a person moving to LA, as a person of color moving to LA, as a black person moving to LA, as an African person moving to LA, your experience is going to be different. The places that you want to hang out are going to be different. What is a misconception you had about LA, and then like something you thought you would be your experience when you moved here, and how it was in reality?
I think moving to Orange County straight away, not LA.
Let's just clarify this for any people who are confused. Like us. Orange County is very far from LA.
Yeah.
Well, it's not very
like
far.
An hour drive.
Wise. It's not very far. Sorry, let me correct myself. It's not very far. They're very different.
Very different.
When you Google them, you'd be like, oh, Anaheim's only like 40 minutes away from downtown. They must all be the same vibe. They're not.
They're not.
They're not the same vibe.
But I think everything. Oh, the misconception I had is obviously like the amount of littering, the amount of like piss and shit on the floor.
You didn't realize how much that they would be. So you thought it would be clean, and the misconception that was actually very.
But if we're talking about being in different spaces, I'm just talking about the environment in general. Spaces, I always knew why people were strange. Mm-hmm. There's a different strangeness here. It's to do with the culture of Los Angeles and this idea of kind of like, oh my god, I love you. Oh my god, you're so beautiful. You're so cute. Oh my god, let's be friends. Love you. Like it's that's the stuff that I don't like. And a lot of people are like this. They're not like this. I don't know how to explain that for you. But like going in very Western white spaces, or people who are trying to satisfy that gaze has always been like very weird. And I didn't know how weird it would get. Also, just trying to find your niche has been quite difficult, but the misconception I had was like, okay, it's going to kind of be like London. It's not like London. People are weird. People are strange.
Major cities are not all the same.
Yeah. And I guess my misconception was all like, again, like the cleanliness of Los Angeles, one, and obviously like Western white folks are a different breed. So,
but the white folks in London are also Western.
Yes, they are. But like for example, I know where I stand sometimes with them. Here, I don't know where I stand. Because one day they love you, one day they don't, one day they ignore you. This is the thing I hate about LA, is that people, I guess it's just like, a Los Angeles thing. Maybe not just specifically a white person thing, but I just surround myself with a lot of international folks, so I don't get to see it all the time. But they will literally love you 1 second, and then the next time they see you, they pretend to ignore you because they feel uncomfortable. They don't want to come say hi. This is the thing that I find confusing about Los Angeles, and the misconception.
It doesn't have a very confrontational culture.
No confrontation at all. I can say this with people I've met once, and I can say this with people I've met for I've known for 3 years. Mm-hmm. Like people from California, I don't know. You guys tell me what's going on.
No, I think it's just there is a general, and maybe the locals will cook us for this. I think there's just a general culture of politeness, right? Like, and that's why I feel like people do come here and be like, oh, LA people are way more like friendly than East Coast people, for example. And it's true. There is a culture of politeness that at the surface level, you'll have very positive interactions with people.
Yeah.
Like people will say hi to you, like when you bump into them, oh, you're good. Like you're not going to get like death stares and stuff like you might get in like East Coast cities. But the negative side of that good culture of like politeness and friendliness is that people are like run away from any sort of negative circumstance and any sort of negative emotion, and having to confront someone is one of those things that people kind of run away from here.
Yeah, and it's so strange.
So people would rather just like avoid you and or like, ghost you than have to interact with you in that way. You
know?
Like
imagine you've imagine having friendships with these people for years, and then as soon as you bring something up, because they're not used to confrontation and it makes them so uncomfortable, they rather lose a friend than work on friendship.
Yeah.
And I think that's just so fucked. That's
Yeah.
so fucked. You lot need to pattern up. I prefer the East Coast London type of vibe. Just ignore me. Just if you see me and you don't like me, look dead into my eyes and fuck off. Don't avoid my eyes. Look into my eyes. Look in. What were your misconceptions about Los Angeles?
I had the fortune of visiting LA with my mom before I moved to Orange County first and then LA. So I was not shocked about the dirtiness because we went to Hollywood and I was like, oh, this is unpleasant. And we also went to like the nicer parts and the bougier parts. And I was like, okay, so I had a good understanding of like at least the environment. I think social circles is a thing that was new and had to adapt to me. I mean, for me, I think, and you guys might cook me on this, and it's okay. I think I'm willing to be cooked on this. I thought there'd be more Black and or African people in LA, and I use that very intentionally because I mean, like, whether it's African Americans or African people, I thought there'd be more of them in LA because I think obviously like Black people generally are so cool. So you see that obviously like in a lot of like media that you consume, even like LA media, do you know what I mean? Or maybe it's my fault because a lot of the media that I consume is media that is like focused on minority communities. So it shaped my perspective of the city that I would be going into. And it's not like that. Now there are communities that are predominantly like Black and or African American or African in different parts of LA. They're there. They're just really small. And like we tend to hang out in similar places. We tend to like when you go to events that are more catered towards us, you will probably see the same people.
Yes.
And I think I just had a different perception of like the demographics in LA. I kind of thought they were more leaning towards the demographics in New York. And they're not.
They're not. 100%.
So yeah, I don't want to say that like LA is not as diverse because LA is incredibly diverse. I'm just saying specifically with these communities that I referenced, there aren't as many of them. Which also ties back into the conversation we were having about like a lot of African artists not wanting to come here. Maybe it's also just like a demographic thing. There aren't.
Yeah, it's not worth it for them to come here. Obviously, it's the vibes like first, and then second of all, it's like okay,
there aren't enough of us that are gonna pack your venues. Yeah. You know what I mean? So in this generation,
there's no profit from that. Do you know what I mean? Like you will do more better. You catch the vibes. You earn. You fill up your stadiums and places if you go on the other side.
So that's, I guess, a misconception I had is that like how, you know what I mean? How many more spaces would be.
I think if I want to like also like, I don't know, I think we also spoke about the diaspora situation as well. So there's a lot of Middle Eastern, there's a lot of Iranians in Los Angeles, which I'm like grateful for. But again, it's not the type of Iranians I'm used to, and within Iran and within London. A lot of people moved here before the revolution, which we spoke about, so I can't even relate sometimes to my own people, and I think that's can be quite lonely. So I see a lot of them, but do I relate to all of them? That's the thing, because our experiences have been so different because we've had to leave home, and then we've, grabbed all these different experiences depending on where we live, who we surround ourselves with.
But would you rather not have?
Yeah.
Really? Because that, speaking as someone who has that experience,
we spoke
even
about
more lonely, I think. Or maybe it's just a different type of loneliness.
I think we spoke about this though, because I've recently kind of taken a step back from some friends who are from the same community as me, and I think Peteka, you said to me like, oh, like, is that like, are you okay? Because obviously they're from the same culture as you, like that makes you feel at home. Are you like, how are you feeling? And I'm like, you know what? I feel more at home with Peteka than them. So I feel more at home with my other friends than them. And I think it made me realize something about community and culture. Obviously, it's a beautiful thing to see your own people around you. Yeah. Very beautiful. But it changes as soon as they open their mouths.
That's true. That's so true. And I think, but there is, I think, the benefit of having even the weird ones is that there's more of a demand for
spaces
for you. When you don't have enough of even the weird ones, event creators, restaurant owners, etc., aren't focused on you. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to like give people the perception that there's like no like Southern Africans or Africans in LA. They are, and some of them I'm friends with, and they are the loveliest people. There's just not a lot of us though. Like, just be for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
which is it's an interesting conversation to have, because obviously it's necessary for more people from a certain community to exist, to have those spaces.
But then again, part of me is like, whenever people ask me like, oh, why isn't this kind of thing here? I'm like, it's because they're at home. And you know what? Fair enough. Like, it's really our fault for leaving. Like, they were like, you guys, you'll go over there.
Actually,
we're good. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Chilling.
Yeah, it's
so, and that's the thing, and it's different because it's not just you don't have that benefit just because of the people didn't just up and decide to make Tehrangeles. It was because they had to.
Yes.
So, you know,
I think it would be good for us to also, obviously you're South African and African, and I think it's good for us and you to also give some suggestions of places if people want to move to LA, where to go.
Oh, yeah.
And I will give my 2 cents on Middle Eastern spaces and spaces that we share together. So
yeah. Okay, first and foremost, shopping wise, as far as like getting like your groceries and everything you might need, 2 very important places for me have been like there's a shop in Laguna called like the African Hut Store or Origins or whatever. They sell a lot of food from the UK. They sell a lot of food from South Africa, from Germany. So I guess that's a space we share as well.
Yes.
Fantastic. You can find your Sam there. You can find Pap there. You can find Bestock there. You can find Rooibos. You can find even Malva pudding bake mix.
Walker's crisps.
Listen.
Monsters crisps.
Listen. Keep going. Like
beans, Heinz beans.
And cool. Like
they don't have Heinz here, by the way. Just letting you know. Okay.
That's tomato sauce though.
They have Heinz tomato sauce,
but
Heinz
not beans. They don't have cool beans either. So go there to buy your beans. Another shop that has a smaller version of like South African produce is called European Sausage Deluxe.
Oh yes.
Hills. They don't have as many things as the one in Laguna, but they have meat. They have boerewors, which is really nice, and they have really good biltong. Both of them are biltong, but I think the other one is like has a wider variety of biltong. So shopping wise, that should sort you out, other than like just ordering online. Restaurants. There's really good West African restaurants that you can find and good food. Now, I am not West African, so my standards for what is good might not be entirely accurate. But I've actually forgotten the name. I'll send it to our editor. Yeah. Ordered great food from a Senegalese restaurant on Uber Eats. There's a couple of Nigerian ones as well. If you just want that kind of like...
order from the one on the fridge.
Yeah, I saw you put one of your fridge and I was like, I wonder if she put it here because she knows I like to order Nigerian food sometimes.
Yeah, I want to eat with you. I want to have egusi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll order it. But I'll try to put the names down, but like there's some cool restaurants on Uber Eats. I haven't actually been to them in person, so I don't know what the vibes are. But there's that as far as eating. South African restaurants, I'm just going to say they're not there. They might advertise themselves as there, but really, I'm just going to leave the conversation there. There's a pub in Van Nuys though that has good boerewors rolls. I'm going to give that to them.
Have you gone?
But yeah, I've gone. They've got good boerewors rolls. Beyond that, you have to come to my house. I don't know what to tell you.
She's like, guys, like, Pateka's a fantastic cook. Like, she does, it's like, you have the hands for it.
Thank you.
And everything tastes fantastic. This girl seasons, you know. Oh my god, she even gets specific seasoning that yes, my mom once did throw away because she. Maman.
It's okay.
Actually,
because of the shops I just mentioned, I restock. It's okay.
But I actually want to see if do I have it? I had one South African friend in the UK. So I have a lot of West African friends in the UK, not a lot of South African friends. But I wonder if there's any South African shop I could go to.
Oh, high key.
I want to find some.
There's multiple. There's a lot of South Africans in London.
Actually, if you want me to check out one, send it to me and I'll go. I'm being serious. Groceries, if you're Middle Eastern vibes.
Yeah.
Iranian, Wholesome Choice in Irvine.
Lovely.
Love that. There is another place close to Santa Monica. that I haven't been myself. I think we went once actually, but I think it's a part of a bigger thing. And they also make kebab in the back.
I was about to say, yeah, they were making kebab at the back of the shop.
They were like going like this. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So that's a couple places. I do also, what's really nice about, because there is a lot of Iranians in Los Angeles, a lot of shops like Ralph's and Super King and John's, I think, have a lot of Iranian stocks, like paste, like pickles, rice in the back of the international section. In the UK, you won't catch that. You'll catch Caribbean food, Indian food in the international sections, and some types of East Asian food. So it was nice to kind of see that here. So check out those places. It's more accessible and easier than like South African food, because obviously you can't, like, obviously it's more niche here. With regards to restaurants, check out my favorite Cuckoo Cafe. It's not a really big restaurant. It's kind of like an outside seating situation, but it has very authentic flavors. Reza, who's the owner, has like, he brings a lot of his grandmother and his mother's spices from Esfahan that he grew up with, and he infuses it into the food he makes. Even the things he makes are quite nostalgic, because they're things that you would usually have, at a specific type of Iranian ceremony in Iran. A lot of people don't bring certain desserts here because, we kind of obviously westernize, but he doesn't westernize himself. And that's what gets people to love him. Like, he comes up with his own sauces and it tastes like home, and you can tell he
puts his heart into it.
100%.
I love that. And they're very cute packaging.
They have very beautiful packaging, yes. And then another restaurant that I think I really like as well is Ben and Jack. Ben and Jack has moved from...
Yes!
Ben and Jack has moved
fantastic.
from London to Los Angeles. It's in the Art District. Do check that out. I will not be going back because I did give my number to someone who was married there. So anyway.
And if you want to hear that story, go check out... Was it the first episode of the season? I think it was.
I think it was. Go back to episode 1.
Go back and you'll see exactly why.
Guys, if anything, you haven't heard too much about my love life, but it's low risk chaos.
Love it.
Low risk chaos. That's what it is.
We love it.
But yeah,
okay, those are some good restaurants.
100%.
Enjoyment. Okay, first of all, what I always say to people is LA is very event DJ based. It's not establishment based. There are certain cities where you go to a certain type of like restaurant or club or whatever, and you already know what the vibe is going to be because that's typically their vibe. Places in LA aren't like that. You will go to the same venue, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the vibes are completely different. One day will be... What? Are you done? Thank you so much. LA is very like DJ event based and not establishment based. Yeah, so like if you could go to the same establishment Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, completely different vibes. One day will be reggaeton, the next day will be EDM, the next day will be jazz, the next day will be pop. Like they don't have any sort of like loyalty towards a certain audience. Yeah. So you have to follow certain like event producers and certain DJs in order to know what events to go to. TikTok is a great resource as well for finding out places. Like you can literally search things to do in LA, Black people, or where do African people party in LA, or what I mean. You can be as specific as you want, and it'll pop up with a lot of results. I can't name as much as I did for like restaurants and stuff because it changes all the time. Yeah, and you know what I mean. But I typically find great places to go to either on social media like TikTok or on Instagram, or following certain people. I've gone to a couple of events now, so there's certain people that I follow, there's certain DJs that I follow, certain ones that I'm friends with or like more acquainted with. And that is really your recipe to enjoyment, I would think, is generally start on social media, find the event, pay attention to the DJs at the event, follow the DJs. And then they post their like sets and where they're gonna perform. So you go there. Like 100%. That's genuinely the formula to you having a good time if you want to listen to more like Afrobeats, more Amapiano, etc. Because not every DJ plays it. You know what I mean? And there's no establishment here that's just like, this is our focus. So you have to go by where the people are at. 100%. You know what I mean?
Actually, as well, I'm going to, with regards to like Middle Eastern DJs, I'm gonna send some to our editor so she's insert them here. but like follow the DJs like Pateka
Yeah,
saying.
actually. And yeah, I can also do the same. I can
Yeah.
add some of like the DJs, some of the pages that
Yes.
I follow. I don't know how we're going to put them in, but we'll figure it out.
Oh, yes. Sorry, just speaking about that, I just completely forgot. I said Middle Eastern, but I didn't mention Iranian. So, another amazing Middle Eastern restaurant, Amatoli, that we've both gone to. Pateka's gone to twice.
Yeah, love it. Obsessed with their olive cake specifically.
She loves that olive cake. She usually gets them after church.
Wow. Yeah. Fantastic stuff, mate.
But yeah, that was a nice restaurant just because I remembered about Middle Eastern, like Palestinian, Lebanese, Armenian DJs. And then I was like, oh, Palestinian restaurants. So yes, that's one as well. Okay. But follow the DJs.
But then yeah, for events, you kind of the same as well. Like,
100%.
You have to follow the DJs. You have to do
follow
events.
DJ Habibi Beats. Follow platforms, Middle Eastern platforms that center and spotlight DJs. For example, Between East is one of them. I know that I think it's For Your Viewing Pleasure. Follow DJs like DJ Habibi, DJ Nanus, I think that's her name, their name. There's another actually event tonight that's happening. It's a Middle Eastern event. I don't think I'm going to it because I went to it before, but don't know if I'm going to go to it tonight, but I'll link that as well. Yeah, just people just starting their own things because it doesn't exist. Do you know what I mean?
Literally.
And yeah, it's very safe spaces, very like, you know, safe, centers a lot of like different Middle Eastern folks, different minorities, black and brown, queer, centers a lot of Palestinian folks. So I think people just start creating things and follow up on them 100%.
And we appreciate you guys, all of you people that are making spaces for us to enjoy and to chop live.
Oh, and Everyday People
does really good parties. They just not all the time, and they do parties all over the world. I've even gone to Everyday People in Cape Town.
Yes,
fantastic.
London.
There's also like what is it, like Friends Only or Only Friends? There's Familiar Faces. There's there's a couple of events like that happen like every so often.
What was the other one?
There's like also there's certain companies like Jollof and Chill.
Yeah.
Jerk X Jollof and Chill.
Have they done stuff recently?
There's a Jollof and Chill event tonight, but I don't know about a recent Jerk X Jollof. But for instance, when we spoke in one of our episodes about going to see like TXC and Odile at an event. Yeah, that was a Jerk X Jollof event,
which was amazing.
That was fun. We've been to a party at this company called like Lay Events. That's where we went out last time. I'm not sure if you've been with me when I've gone to a party that's been DJ'd by either Lavish or by Ikechi.
Lavish sounds familiar.
We might have been together for one of the times he was spinning. Yes, we would. Okay. Yeah. And then I think Ikechi's ads is like The Professor or something. I don't know his ads specifically, but those like they do a lot of like Afrobeats and Amapiano and etc. They do more than that, but. Yeah. People like that when they're spinning, you already know.
Yes. Also, if you want to avoid very like EDM, like very like white people clubs, there's this place called Lock and Key. It's not like you won't hear Afrobeats, you won't hear Middle Eastern music or anything, you won't hear Amapiano.
But you'll hear R&B.
You hear R&B. You might hear some, some famous Afrobeat songs.
Yeah, like super commercialized, very trendy. You might hear it.
But a lot of, black and brown folks, so they're just black and brown folks that have grown up here in America. Yeah. But that's like also a diverse space, but in a different way.
Yeah, I think Lock and Key is a good shout.
Yeah.
The rest of the venues, guys, it really just depends.
Yeah.
The only other thing I can think of is I know the only thing that I can think of that's regular is usually like Jungle, which is just like club in Hollywood. Saturdays specifically, they usually do Afrobeat nights. So that's one like thing that's on the regular.
Also, if you ever find yourself in Vegas, I know this is in LA. If you ever find yourself in Vegas and you're suffering, what was that place we went to when we left that EDM club and we ran away to
the Gatsby's, the cocktail lounge?
Yes,
they have nice music.
Yes, the Gatsby's and Luna Lounge for hookah and Middle Eastern music, and then I think you also went to somewhere.
In our Vegas trip, we went to Dre's. Yes. Fantastic experience.
Write those three down.
I would definitely party at Dre's whenever.
Yeah.
Also, if you do end up going to like one of the big, I forgot the name of the big club that has a section inside of it that the other section plays good music, but not the big club itself.
Was it Zook? It wasn't Zook.
No, it wasn't Zook.
Omnia.
Avoid that place.
Was it? I think it was Omnia. Because the thing that came down. What was that thing that came down?
It might be there, but inside there's another.
There's another one that you need to find.
Don't go to the main stage where people are falling from the stage. They play EDM there.
That's...
You need to go to the side portion.
No, and do you know what's hilarious? We had that in my old university where it was like it was hilarious because the place at the top was just like white folks or very like westernized folks like singing like the most basic like European Western songs. Then we had a section would go down and yeah, you'd hear Caribbean, Afrobeats, reggaeton. That was the dancer section.
Oh, Lost in downtown LA. Generally, you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Like, on the weekends, they're the rooftop bar. They play good music. Again, like around like your R&B, your hip hop. You might hear a little bit of Afrobeats if you're little.
Yeah.
You get the gist. You're gonna see good looking people having a good time. Good music.
Yeah.
Ooh. Downtown LA, I feel like in general nowadays there's a lot more places for us that are popping
100%
up that have good parties. I also want to just say, don't forget what you're gonna say.
Yes.
In general, when you're new to LA, you can go party in WeHo, right? Go to West Hollywood, go see it. But if I'm being honest with you, if you like the type of music like we're referencing, you're not gonna have a good time in West Hollywood. I don't want to hold you.
If you
go there and have a cocktail and then go where you actually want to go dance.
What was that place you went to with Melika?
Harriet's. They still didn't have good music.
Harriet's isn't the best, but that's if you try the Harriet's, that's it.
I'm just saying go there for a cocktail. Like that's still not a place that I would go to party.
Yeah. Also for more community work and for like just creative work, there's this place called Pot Studio LA. I believe it's Pot Studio LA, owned by Mandy, one of my amazing friends. It's a very community based place. You make amazing, what's it called? I forgot what the word is now. Wow, pottery. You can do pottery there, creative work there. They have a lot of events there. They usually have a lot of like vendors and pop-ups there, bazaars there, which is happening for Nowruz as well. So yeah, those are places if you want to get creative.
Yeah.
They're very community-based, very affordable. So that's also one space to kind of like, if you want to get away from like the restaurants or like no shopping interests or like partying,
yeah,
that's like a place to like rewind and like, yeah.
And I also want to shout again, like looking on social media for those kinds of things will be your biggest asset because they are cool. Like LA is not short of events, okay? They are
everywhere
happening all the time.
Yes.
It's just you need to know where to look. Like even like I think Hilltop Coffee and Kitchen Bar. I think the Inglewood location they do kind of events. Like
yes. That. We went to a Yemeni coffee shop.
Do they do events there?
No, just for coffee.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sorry,
I don't know its name though.
We're just randomly spitting out all these places.
Well, I hope you have your notes app open and you're like, right. And if you forget, come back to the video and just refer to like the things that we're plugging you with. But I think that's most of what I can remember as far
me too.
as like the places that we go to fill our lives with a lot of color and a lot of enjoyment. And if we've forgotten any places or if our friends are listening and forgot to shout you, we are so sorry.
So sorry.
It's in the morning, our brains are still loading, but we've tried.
Yes.
We've tried.
And also a lot of, once you start meeting people and friends, they will start putting their own events on. Like we went to an event the other night where there was like a mini screening. You know, it's just stuff like that. Your own friends will also be doing stuff. Yeah. So, yeah.
Cool. And basically we're just saying whenever you look into establishments and places, look who's behind it. That will give you the answer for what kind of vibe to expect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
In addition to all the people that we've shouted out or all the organizations that we've just shouted out for how to have like a good time in LA and everything like that. I was listening to this podcast it's called Am I Too Loud? It's hosted by Sophie, also known as The Oddity, and she was having an episode with these two guests who run the Afropolitan podcast. And the Afropolitan, to my understanding, it's a podcast, but it's also like a company and like a community organizing situation. And they had such a good conversation because they're all Nigerian. One of them is Nigerian and was born and raised in America. The other one was Nigerian and he left Nigeria when he was like 15 and then lived in America from that point onwards. And then Sophie herself, Nigerian, was in Nigeria up until she was like 17, and then only moved to America for like college and whatever, right? Sophie still, I don't know where Sophie stays right now. She's been on tour. I don't know where she stays. But the other two moved back to Nigeria, and they've been there for like a while now. And they had this very interesting like conversation on like their diaspora and like how much they had to, different things they had to overcome, and different ways in which they had to overcome themselves as far as our own biases that we have about what success looks like, our own biases of what, you know what I mean? Because they had this very interesting conversation about not wanting to go home before you are a success story, and I know we've had that conversation as well, and how like tired that assumption is, and how unnecessary it is, and how no one is holding you to that expectation except for yourself.
Because I guess you hold that expectation for yourself because you don't want to restart again.
Yeah, but sometimes that's what life requires, is starting again. And they just had such a good conversation about, I don't know, making room for ourselves, about building up our community, about our communities, just about what home is and how it exists in so many different places depending on where you're at in your life, and how you build those communities for yourself. And I just wanted to shout them out. I was very inspired by their conversation that they were having. It was one of those, you know, when you listen to something and you feel like my brain felt like it was hugged.
I love that.
It was a good, meaty, juicy conversation.
That's fantastic.
So if you don't follow or listen to either of those podcasts, I would recommend. I haven't listened to too many episodes of the Afropolitan because I just literally discovered them this week. Am I Too Loud? I've also only listened to like 2 to 3 episodes, so I'm still getting to know their content in general. But that episode specifically, maybe I'll link it because that is the one that inspired me this week. So
lovely.
Yeah,
amazing. Well, that brings us to an end of this podcast episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you wrote down everything we mentioned. And good luck.
Not good luck, she said. Good luck to you. If you're not having a good time, it's your fault.
Yes, good luck, but don't give up.
Yes.
We didn't. We were close. I was close. I don't know about her. I was very close. Many times.
To giving up, and we persisted. And now, you know, it's okay. Life ain't that bad. Life is not that bad all the time, you know?
Yeah, you just gotta live, laugh, love, darling.
Exactly.
Just keep going.
So, in addition to all the people that we've plugged, please continue to plug us in your social circles and communities. Share our content. Follow if you're listening on Spotify. Subscribe if you're listening on YouTube. What else do people normally do? They comment, like, share.
Yes,
you get the gist.
All of that.
You get the gist. Interact with us. We want to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And stay tuned for our next episode. Bye.
Bye, guys.